In this video, I want to share with you all a download that was given to me while I was doing Kundalini Yoga. And this download involves the body and soul. While I was laying back, stretching, in a particular pose, you could say, I had this thought that came into my being, and this thought involved the body being a crystal, the body being its own unique crystal, and the soul being its own crystal. For some reason, that simple thought was mind-blowing. It brought me much clarity about why I feel guided to do a lot of Kundalini Yoga, basically Reiki for my body. The body being a crystal. As we know, each crystal has its own property, has its own density, has its own vibrational frequency, its resonance level. And the body that is I and the body is you, we all have our unique crystal resonance level, our frequency. We have the family, you could say the collective biological frequency, such as all crystals, when we connect with them, they do vibrate at the same frequency because of their shared family being on planet Earth, their shared family, they have a shared family. But the properties, when we get into the individual crystals, they have their own unique, I like to say, configurations of light. And configurations of light are unique, you could say, like the double helix, the DNA. We all are human. Biology all has DNA, but the DNA, the configuration of light, okay, the configuration, the makeup of the energy is different. Just like each crystal, all crystals are part of the family. They all have the same, you could say, collective vibration, such as we all have DNA, except the makeup, the configuration, the organization of those resonance is different according to particular crystals. So our body, like a crystal, has its own density, has its own vibration, has its own resonance level. Now, my biology, the resonance level, the vibration is going to be different than your body and your ancestral lineage. And what was given to me is that the soul, its own, you could say, vibration, its own, and the vibration of the soul, it corresponds to the desired, you could say, creation for this lifetime. That is the vibrational resonance of the soul, the desired creation for this lifetime. That's going to be different for all of us. And the Kundalini Yoga, the basically Reiki of the body, is to harmonize the soul's vibration, which the soul's vibration we all know is very high, connected to the Christ consciousness, which is the God energy. The God energy is the soul. We are here to harmonize the soul, God element, energy, desired creation for this lifetime with the body's vibration, so that the soul and the body can more be of harmonizing tools, such as these, harmonizing tool that amplify, create a larger space for power, which is energy to be creative, to manifest, to create a space of forgiveness, resolution, peace, and to fulfill the desired creation for this lifetime. So Kundalini Yoga, what was given to me is my soul energy is harmonizing with my body energy. So when I just saw my body, I felt like it had its own consciousness. And I've never really saw as my body, you could say, separate from my soul's consciousness. I saw them as one and the same. But it became clear that my biology, the frequency that is my vessel, has its own stream of consciousness. And the soul energy is here to really get the body, you could say, on board, while at the same time harmonizing with the body's density. It's like a collaboration going on, like a compromise going on with the soul's energy and the body's energy. And another mind-blowing thought that was given to me is how souls, before they choose a vessel and incarnate, that soul a lot of times can be a spirit guide to the family lineage, meaning helping the ancestors that will eventually, through the generations, lead to that particular vessel they want. They helped that particular person in the lineage, ancestral line, heal that particular vessel so that later on in the generations moving forward, that particular vessel has the precise, almost organized vibration that they would like to harmonize with. For example, my ancestors. I know I've been a spirit guide to my ancestors. I know I have been my ancestors. I just know. When we look at my energy as my biology, my family tree, I know I have been great-great-great-great-grandmother or great-great-great-grandfather or somebody that is connected to this bloodline that is me right here. And when I was those people, what I was doing is upgrading that biology so that the generations moving forward, if I decided to connect with that biological family, that biology would still be in resonance with that attunement I did. Kind of mind-blowing. So that's what we're doing. We are tuning the body to a frequency, not just for us, but also for the souls that may want to incarnate in that vessel, such as my children and children's children. I already feel there are souls around me helping to attune my body to a unique frequency that can best help them on their journey, let's say in 2080 or 2100 or 3000. That's what we're doing. And when we're spirit guides to our ancestors, our family tree, we are helping them to attune their own body so that when we want to incarnate in that family line, generations in the future, you could say, that vessel has the attunement, has the adjustment, like kind of Reiki adjustment, that can best serve the soul's energy. But here right now, in this Aquarian age, particularly for my own unique journey, I've never really thought about why I feel so guided to really do Kundalini Yoga and basically Reiki my mind, body, and spirit until I realized that my soul energy is like a powerhouse. My aura is gigantic red, blood red, my aura. And there's like pink energy coming in, but it is really red. And that red energy is a lot of that groundedness, that power. So every time I do Kundalini Yoga, I am coming into union with my body's density. My soul is coming into union with my body's density. It's almost like we are gazing into each other's eyes and we are harmonizing each together. We are compromising, but at the same time, we are collaborating. And another vision that was given to me along this topic is our soul is almost, you can imagine, like a pineal gland, and it's inside the crystal, but then there's a layer around the crystal, which is the vessel, which is the aura, that is our soul energy. So inside the body, you could say the heart center is, or the pineal gland. I feel like it's all our glands. Our glands, I really resonate with them being deeply connected to our soul's energy, and then our aura being connected to our soul's energy. So it's like our body's the crystal, inside is a little crystal, and around is a layer, a crystal, that represents our, I like to say, planetary frequency, because I believe we're all like planets. Planets has its own dimension, and dimension is a multifaceted, complex, many-layered, many-sided geometric shape that can constantly shift and turn, just like our planet. It can constantly shift and turn the energy into different geometric shapes, and we are that as a soul. So imagine, as a soul, as a planet, our own dimension that we are, trying to cross that geometric shape, our desired creation for this lifetime, such as being a visionary, being a creative, being original, unique, which I feel is our greatest purpose, is to be original and unique, because then we are representation of creation, and creation is unique and is original. And that right there, that diversity and uniqueness, that promotes energy through inspiration for further creation, which is life. Life is promoting inspiration through creativity, through uniqueness, for further life, progress, growth, evolution. I feel like that is what we are here to do, be an exact representation of our planetary frequency, our geometric shape, our dimension, multifaceted, multi-layered dimension that encompasses all the 12 zodiacs. That is a dimension, the whole wheel. You could say I'm Aries, you could say Gemini, but together it is a dimension where we emerge all of the signs into a union. It becomes a planet, it becomes a dimension. So with the body, though, the body has its own consciousness that corresponds with our ancestrals' lack of self-love or self-love. So our body, we come into this body, this chosen body, and most of the bodies on this planet right now are not necessarily vibrating at the vibration the soul would like. So what we have to do is, as the soul, we have to do the work, meaning we have to chiropract, Reiki our body so that it can become more in alignment with our God energy, so that we can begin to be in our body as this creative being and feel ease about it, not feel like this constant resistance or this constant shame or this doubt or this uneasiness about having that powerhouse within the body. Because that's what happens. We feel really uneasy when we're creative, when we have a dream. Our body doesn't necessarily feel good about that, because our body's density level is not necessarily, you could say, matching that desired creation for this life. So what we do as crystals are constantly harmonizing, and the compromising process is the rise up or rise down. That's what we're doing when we're in environments. Let's say the environment is really low energy. We can rise down, or we can stay at that vibrational resonance that we are, and what's going to happen is the room's going to have to rise up. So there's always this harmonizing or this kind of adjusting, matching thing going on. Even though we're not conscious of it, we're always matching to the environment, or the environment is matching to us. because that's just how energy is. Energy is always trying to kind of synchronize with each other, trying to match each other, harmonize in essence with each other. Even if the harmonizing, you could say, is matching as in dysfunctionality, still the energy is trying to complement, trying to reflect, be in collaboration with other energies. So us as the soul, the Kundalini yoga, or any sort of feeling of you're reeking your body, healing your body, is that you are trying to elevate your body so that it can really match that powerhouse energy, that high self-esteem, that, or that vision of life, that dream that you have, that uniqueness that you want to be embodiment of. But a lot of times what happens with our body is that we get so out of tune, like literally we get so out of tune with what our body's consciousness is. Like it is literally consciousness, and it has needs, it has wants, okay? It wants to collaborate with you, it wants to work with the soul energy, but when we get so out of tune, what happens is the body, we kind of just, the soul's energy kind of lowers itself, and in essence allows the body to kind of, its density to rule, dictate the soul's capability. So that's lowering the energy to match the density of the body. And a lot of the density of our biology collectively is of doubt, is of fear, is of insecurity. And that shows up in our inability to challenge ourselves. I always say, if you're not challenging yourself, you can't possibly truly be on the path of having a profound earth experience, which is many, many forms, such as physical, emotional, sexual, intellectual, there's another one, spiritual. So the challenge is the kind of talking to your body, communicating with your body, allowing your body through your Kundalini work or through your Reiki on your body, allowing your body to elevate itself so that the body itself may have self-esteem, which a lot has to do with the lower chakras, may have that sense of safety, even though everything around is like confusing or messy. That right there is the soul's energy collaborating, healing the body, so that the soul and the body can become as a team, rather than the soul is really wants all these dreams to happen, but then the body is like kind of in its own world that doesn't necessarily resonate with those big dreams. Okay? That's what happens. The body is its own consciousness. It has its own sort of density and its vibration. And that vibration doesn't necessarily resonate with the soul's expansive dreams. So then we got this, what we got going on is confusion. You got this going on, this kind of confused energy where there's these crystals that are trying to, you could say, harmonize together, but at the same time not willing to compromise. It's really the word, compromise. So as a soul in this human vessel, the most, I feel, after this download, the most important, you could say, devotion is devoting your soul's energy, your healing, which is your soul's energy, your healing ability to your body. Because I feel when our body reflects our unique planetary frequency, our soul, our dimension, that is our soul, when our body can reflect that, we have, in essence, reached a level of mastery within our human existence. But a lot of our body does not reflect our planetary frequency, our soul. A lot of times, our soul and our bodies doesn't really know how to work together. Doesn't really know how to work together. So the working together, the teamship with the soul and the body, is the soul really devoting itself to loving the body, elevating the body, healing the body, so that the body, literally communicating with the body, so the body can know that it is okay to upgrade. It's okay to change. It's okay to be an embodiment of something that the ancestors, the the family tree didn't really embody. That's what we're doing as a soul. We're giving permission for our body, as doing Kundalini or Reiki on our body, giving our body permission to be unique, to represent, to be embodiment of something that it may not understand as the body, because the body is this consciousness, and the consciousness is connected to the family tree, the ancestral lineage. It's connected to the many energies on this planet. The vessel is a wonderful navigator through being human. So that's why the compromise is. We need to allow our body to guide us, to direct us. But at the same time, the body is willing to compromise its density level to match that really visionary soul ambition that we have coming into life. But the soul's energy is willing to compromise in the form of allow the body to, you could say, stumble or make mistakes or have experiences, vast experiences. That's what the soul's doing. It's allowing the body to have many experiences, because the body wants to. The consciousness of the body wants to have those experiences, vast experiences, not just, light and love stuff. Vast experiences. And then the body's willing to compromise the soul by being flexible. Being flexible. So we got this flexibility, just like crystals harmonizing. And whenever we're harmonizing, there's a process of compromise going on. So just like the matching up or matching down. When we're matching to an environment that is vibration is lower, we are compromising. Or when we are this high vibration and the environment is matching us, there's a compromise going on. So when we can really be in communication with our body, instead of this weird, I don't like necessarily being in my body, I don't really know anything about my body, I'm really uncomfortable, that is a sign that the body's saying, I want to be in union with you, but I need your support. I can't be the only one that wants to be in union. As your, you could say, your soul, that's why you're here, Your soul has to allow the body to go through its own process. Because the soul's like, let's go, I'm a powerhouse. I understand, I'm a powerhouse. Red aura, woo, red aura. But I give permission for my body to go through the process. Okay, its own process of shedding, its own process of elevating, and giving my body permission to go through the process of changes for elevation, so that my body can match my really incredible visionary soul idea, is through self-love, is through Kundalini yoga. that is a union. That is a communication when you're doing some form of Kundalini yoga or basically Reiki on your body. You're communicating to your body. You're coming into union with your body so that your soul's energy and that your body can work as a team rather than doing their own separate things and don't know what's going on. Because your body is extremely intelligent, extremely grounded, extremely practical. It is really deeply connected to this planet. And as a soul, you need to respect the body, because the body, as a soul wanting to be in this earthly domain, you could say, wants to become a human version of their soul's light. Now, if you want to be a human version of your soul's light, you have to allow the human in you, your biology, body, you must allow it. Allow it to teach you. Allow it to teach you through the many experiences. You must be willing as a soul energy to allow the body to undergo its own process. Allow it to, we want to race ahead, but allow the body to experiment, to explore, to reach its own sense of release in its own time. Because the body is its own consciousness, just like it's like a lover or a friend. We're not going to force a friend or lover to reach self-actualization when we want them to. We're going to be in a teamship in support by giving them permission to grow in their own terms. That's what the body is, its own consciousness. And it wants to heal, it wants to transform, because that's what life is. Constant creation, going in and out of different shapes and different forms. But through the union of the soul and the body, is you're allowing the body to experience these energies that are around, while trusting that the body will become wiser through the soul's guidance. But then the soul is very much, the body is a guide to the soul in the aspect of the body understands this earthly domain and wants to guide you through it, wants to guide you a lot of times in a more practical manner, so that your visionary ideas can become manifested in this earthly domain. It wants to help you to be creative. But when you get out of tune with your body, then we don't really know how to manifest. We have it, with the visionary idea, we have it written down, I want to do this, but then we're so out of tune with our body that we don't really listen to their advice on how to go about making that happen in a earthly domain. Even when it comes to love, when it comes to simple happiness. Our body, like a crystal, it does absorb. It does absorb. And that's another topic I want to discuss. The body is absorbing relationships. We have ancestral stuff that is absorbed. It's absorbed so much. But the soul is like, you can say, a clearing energy. It is a smoke, you could say. A smoke that helps to clear away the absorbed energy. But when the soul and the body are not really necessarily in union, they don't really kind of trust each other, and they're not working together as strongly, harmoniously as they could, what happens is the body kind of holds, because that's the thing, the body naturally, like crystals, they kind of, when they're out and about in life and have many experiences, they kind of hold on to them. They hold on to them for memory, for knowledge. That's the body's way of wisdom attaining, is they hold on to these experiences. But the soul, its power, its gift to the body is its ability to clear. But when we're not doing anything to help heal our body, then there is no real clearing going on. Okay? Because the soul wants to be happy. The soul is joyous. Very, very joyous at creation. When you feel like God, when you feel like Christ consciousness, what do? You feel joyous. You serve. It's really all there is to do in the cosmos is serve through creativity, through giving, through being a visionary, through being brilliant, through being compassionate, forgiving. Okay. So when we in our body just feel like so down, so like heavy with our stuff that our body's absorbed, it is time to, as a soul, speak to our vessel. Give our vessel permission to let go as a soul. And the body will listen. Because the body wants to talk with the soul. It wants to be in constant communication with the soul. It will do what the soul asks. Because the body and the soul are connected. They are literally in this earthly domain because they are together. They can't be here without each other. And the soul, it wants to listen to the body. It wants to know what's going on within the body. How can I serve you, body? Okay, you have pain. You have a relationship heartache. Okay, as a soul, I will help you to forgive. I will help you to let go so that you can experience happiness. I want you to change. Now, the body, through our dysfunction and not communicating with the body as we should, the body may be like, what are you? Like, what is this voice talking to me? I don't trust this voice. There's a soul trying to tell me to let something go. Where have you been, soul? You've been nowhere. So that is the thing. When we can get our soul and our body trusting each other, then we can find ourselves really stepping into a greater level of humanness, where we actually enjoy our human experience rather than it's becoming just weird and we're in these life lessons for years or decades. And that's the thing. With the generational gaps in the bodies we incarnate, because a lot of us do incarnate in the same family tree. I know that. I feel that in myself. And these generational gaps where we incarnate these particular generations within the family tree, we are trying to, as souls, each and every time, let's say we incarnate into a vessel and we elevate the vessel, okay, we get it to match, to reflect our soul's light. We, again, that body, that vessel, let's say 3 generations, we step into that body, and then through, we've already done it to the ancestor kind of body, we further expand, further reflect that soul's light. Because I truly feel we are here as a soul, as a human, to transform our body so deeply that our body becomes literally the very reflection of our soul's light. And that's a process. It takes bodies, not just this vessel, it takes bodies to really come into that, you could say, trust, comfortability, union with the body, the soul and the body. But we will always get there, because that is why we're here as a human. We want to be a human. We want to be a human version of our soul, of our planetary dimension, of our unique frequency. And that may take generations, lifetimes, really. But that is the play. That is play. our dimensional uniqueness, originality, organic heart, literally in a human vessel and playing, literally playing with the other densities, diversities. For what? Simply just to play. The play, the wisdom. I mean, you have eternity. What else are you going to do? So I wanted to mention one final thing about the body and about the whole mastering of this human domain so that we may come into union with our body so that we may be a representation of our soul's light is courage. That is a very prominent energy in how we as souls having a human experience can, in essence, graduate where we are mind, body, and spirit, a reflection of our soul's energy rather than all the stuff that we've absorbed and it's all around us, is courage. Courage is challenge. Challenge and courage, one and the same to me. Challenge and courage are one and the same. So our ability to move through the challenge, to love the challenge, to forgive the challenge, to embrace the challenge, will help us to have the courage to be our own unique temple. Our own unique temple. And I feel like Guru Bhajan has said that. When we are our unique temple, in essence, we mastered this human experience and what human is all about. Human is not about to just, be a product of society. Human is about, I am a soul, I have a dimension, I am a planetary frequency, and I'm going to crack open my body, work with my body, collaborate, compromise with my body so that we can, body and spirit, be the exact embodiment of my soul's dimensional frequency, my temple that I am, light being that I am. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this this download. It's quite expansive download. And I hope the download really expanded your own minds, your own perception of your body and soul.